Hey guys, it's time for another illustration challenge. And on this one, we're going to create an avatar with a big beard, big hair, big mustache. And we're going to try to do it in 10 minutes or less with a sketch app. And before we do anything, let's draw it by hand. Let's do that in 1, 2, and... Okay, so we have our sketch ready. I'm really excited to do this illustration because Sketch 43 has just been released, and there's some updates on the shape formatting vector thing. Let's see if that actually helps me. And before we start, let's put the timer in 10 minutes. Wake me up in 10 minutes.
Okay, I set an alarm for 9:51 p.m.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, so I have my sketch here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. And the first thing that I want to do is probably change the opacity of this one because I'm going to draw on top of it. Change the opacity and probably lock it. So I'm going to go here on the layers list and lock this. Now I cannot select it, so it's okay. I can draw on top of it with no fear. So the first thing, let's do the eyes because they are the soul, the window to the soul or whatever. I don't know. So, pressing V, I do this and escape. There you go. Let's make it a little bit wider. There you go. And now let's make the hair on the left side. I'm going to do one side first, and then that way I can actually do the other side. I'm just going to copy it. So, and this is where the update comes. So I select this point, and I want it to be disconnected. Why nothing is happening? Oh, there you go. I'm an idiot. There you go. Now I can see how whenever, even if I have this one selected, I can also see the nodes, or I don't know what you call these, on the other side. So that actually helps a lot. So I have that way. I'm going to make this one like this, like that. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. There you go. That's one side. And then let's do the left side of the mustache. Big mustache right here. So I'm going to start with the V vector tool. Just going to go like this. And then I'm going to go all the way down here. Let's see if we can actually just, I closed it there, but now that it's closed, I want to do it disconnect. Oh man, this is something that I really do not enjoy. That when I do disconnect, it gives me those two knots like that. And this guy should be around there, not as big as the video as it was. And then this guy around there. Okay, now it's taking shape. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. This guy, I'm going to make it a little bit. Look at that big mustache. Oh my God. Okay. What a hipster. Look who's talking, right? Okay, cool. So we have left side of the mustache. Now let's do the beard. The beard is going to be a little bit asymmetric. It goes to one side. So let's use the vector tool again. Pressing V. I use one node, and then pressing Shift, I can just draw this point, and then I'm going to make one point over here, and I'm just going to put it here, and then I'm going to put one here just to close it down. That's going to be below my mustache, so I don't have to worry about that right now. So I'm going to press Enter. Let's do this one, disconnect. Now that it's disconnected, I can edit it this way. And this one should be disconnected too. That way I can edit it over here. There you go, and it doesn't have to be perfect, exactly like the sketch, by the way. I'm just using it as a reference, but it's not exactly like that. It's a sketch after all, right? Okay, so that's it. I have my beard. I'm happy with my beard. Oh my God, I'm running out of time. So let's do the hair. Oh my God, this is more complicated than I thought. And let's start with one point over here. It's almost the same as the mustache, actually. It's just one side of the mustache in some ways. Okay, let's press Enter. Now that it's Enter, let's disconnect this point. This guy, I'm going to drag it over here, and I'm pretty much doing another mustache in the head. That's what I'm doing. This guy has a mustache head. There you go. So now this guy should probably be a little bit closer over here, and this around there. There you go. It's getting a little bit better, right? Look at that. There you go. I'm happy with that. Let's leave it at that. Later we can perfect this. And let's see if I can just, if I can just select Whoa, this one is one path? No, I don't want it to be one path. How can I separate this? Oh, I can just like drag it outside. I don't know how, but I created that as a one path. So I want the hair to be over here. And I also want actually these two guys. And I want to flip them. Now that they're flipped, I'm going to put this around there. And let's see if the hair will work. At this point, the sketch is not really helping. I'm going to remove the sketch. The sketch is not helping anymore. The sketch did its job. That's it. It was just a guide. There you go. So now let's add a little bit of color to this. That way it will help me see a little bit better what's going on. And these two, let's make it a little different color so I can see what's up. Then these two, I'm going to just, that's the beauty of this. So you can just play around with the shapes and it's all good. See? It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. You just play around with the shapes, right? Two eyes. I'm going to make this guy enter, and I can edit the nodes. So it has this like, yo, what the hell? And I'm going to use the scissors to erase this guy. And let's see what's up with this. There you go. Now I have the node over here just by dragging outside the little vector point. There you go. So I'm not really happy with this. Let's see if I can disconnect this. Now that it's disconnected, I don't need this node. I'm going to make it a little bit wider from over here. So it's coming from the sides. There you go. Look at that. It's looking good. It's looking good, guys. Cool. So I'm happy with this. Let's do the nose. The nose is just going to be, let's use a triangle for the nose. What do you guys think? Just like that. Then I press enter and I move this point over here. It's really simple. Look at that nose. It's just like, it's a perfect nose. There you go. And now let's do the shape for the head because we're going to need to add color later. So just a circle, just a big circle. Just circle all the way to the back. Let's make it a little bit lighter so we can see it. There you go. There you go, guys. Oh, I'm really happy with this. I'm really, really happy with this. Okay, cool. So now let's start adding color. So I'm going to start with one color. Let's start with one orange. Around there. That's going to be my main color. And then I'm going to make one that is darker from this. Probably this guy. And a little bit more red. Probably this guy should be a little bit more red too. Around there. And then a lighter version of this. So around there. And then an even lighter version of this. Around there. There you go. I have my palette. Now I'm going to add them as my document colors. Over here, I have this guy. I have this guy. This lighter color and this even lightest color. I don't need these guys, so I can just delete them. There you go. Now we have a color palette, so let's start adding color to this. Let's make this orange, big orange. There you go. And then the skin is going to be a lighter color. And then this guy, let's see if the darker color works. Or this guy, probably the same color, but just a tad lighter. And this one, the same, but probably a little bit more red because it's the nose and probably around there. And then the eyes are going to be a dark blue around there. That creates a really nice contrast, right, with the blue and the orange. And then these two are going to be the dark red or this guy. Let's make it something in between. Actually, I'm realizing that I probably went too dark. These two, I'm going to make it around there. I'm happy with that. I'm going to add it to my document colors. And then I'm going to use that same color for my eyebrows. There you go. There you go, guys. Look at that. Look at that guy. It's a big mustache guy. And then I'm going to create the body. It's just going to be a big circle. Just a huge circle. Oh my God. I ran out of time. Oh my God. I screwed up the challenge. I did not make it. I'm sorry. But we did what we could. So I fell on this challenge. I couldn't make it in 10 minutes, but I'm going to keep doing all the little details, the mouth, the body, and probably adding something to his clothes. So I'm going to speed up the video right now. So we're finished. I added a lot of details to the avatar. I added some inner shadows, and some inner shadows are using like actual shadow, and some of them I actually use them with a bright color, and that creates like a highlight. That's, you can see it on the beard, you can see it on the hair, and I also added a lot of masking for shadows. For example, in the body where you want the shadow only to be cast on his body from the beard, so I had to use a mask for that. So I'm going to add a link so you can download the file, and you can play around with it and see anything there that might interest you. And by the way, we have a Facebook group. We do these kinds of design challenges every week. We help each other with design problems, and it's a pretty cool group. So I'm leaving a link for the Facebook group too. You guys should join us. And that's it. That's it for today. Like, subscribe, all of that stuff. See you later, guys.